And we are live. What is going on, gentlemen and ladies, if there's any out there? How you guys doing? Got a long weekend ahead of me. I've got tomorrow off, so yeah, I thought I'd fire up a live stream, talk some boxing, talk some nonsense. We'll see where it goes. And yeah, hopefully we have a good time. That's the main thing. Got a few beers here on standby. You know how it is. But yeah, man, hopefully some people get in here and yeah, we can have some fun. We can talk some ish, as they say. Okie dokie, let me just get rid of this nonsense in the background. Okie dokie. I'm absolutely knackered as well, so need to get some energy in me, man. Get some beer down me. Okay. There we go. Obviously, YouTube is so fucking slow, man. AA Boxing and Blunts first into the building. Big up AA. To be honest, mate, today we are doing our best Andy Ruiz Jr. impression. We've just had some chili con carne for dinner, and we are now drinking some Coronas. So, yeah, we're doing our best Andy Ruiz impression tonight. You know, so I don't know why I got Corona. I don't usually drink it, in all honesty. But, yeah, what it is, it does the same job, doesn't it? All does the same job. So, it is what it is. Jamstar as well in the building. Big up Jamstar. Hopefully you're doing well on this fine Thursday evening. It's absolutely pouring it down outside. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Wind, rain. Man, I need the summer. I really do. I need the summer. I'm tired of this winter. Tired of it. But there we go, man. Part and parcel of living in the UK. Fucking hell. Right, let's move that. There we go. Okay. There we go. The Hidden. Big up Hidden, man. The Hidden. What's going on, man? How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, yeah, I've got this fucking cat here with me as well. So more than likely, this thing's going to wind me up while I'm streaming. Fucking ask for something, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I've got a long weekend coming up. Got tomorrow off. Got the weekend off, obviously, as well. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just going to relax, I think. I'm not really going to do anything. I could go out on Saturday, but to be quite honest, I don't think I can be asked. I'm just so tired. I just want to chill, man. Just want to chill, watch some movies, just have a good time, man. Sometimes you need those weekends. If you've had a few weekends where you've been doing a lot of social stuff, for me personally, a lot of the time I need my own time as well. And that's what this weekend's about. We've had Christmas, we've had New Year. I've been seeing countless people. I don't want to see anybody this weekend. I don't want to see anyone. My own company will do. AA Boxing and Blunts. I like cats, but I can't eat a full one. Jesus. Yeah, this one's fucking massive. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully, man. Back to normality now. That Christmas, New Year period's out of the way. I'm kind of glad, you know. After a while, it gets fucking annoying. Christmas, New Year. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Honestly, like I never know what time of week it is. It's just pain in the ass. I'm glad we're back to normal. Fuck that noise, man. Not for me. I get worse, man, every year with Christmas. I just can't stand it these days. Terrible. Terrible. Okay, I've got all this crap open here, man. Get rid of that shit. There we go. And I've been ill all fucking week as well, which hasn't helped. So, Yeah, I've been a bit down, a bit fucked up and all that, but I'm all right now. I'm really waiting for the boxing to pick back up. We've got a few fights this weekend. I like the Joe Smith Jr. versus Jesse Hart fight. I think that's a good fight. In all honesty, I think that's a solid fight. I am siding towards Jesse Hart on points, but I can really see that one going either way. You've also got Jaime Munguia. He's fighting Spike O'Sullivan. Munguia should win that, but Spike, he can be good value for money. He can punch. That could be a decent fight, I guess. So there's a bit to look out for, but not too much. Yo, Subash Kunwar, big up, man. How you doing? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, the hidden, yeah. Clarissa Shields and Habazanin, whatever her name is, yeah. I'm not too. I'll be honest. I'm not too interested in female boxing, but I think Jaron Ennis is on that undercard as well, so I'll watch out for him. He's a good prospect, but I do like that Jesse Hart fight with Joe Smith Jr. I think that's a good fight, evenly matched, boxer versus puncher, should be a good one. Yeah, Subash, I saw that. Josh Taylor, he signed with Top Rank, but Cyclone Promotions, his old promoters, are saying that Josh Taylor still has a contract with them and is exclusive, so maybe we could see some legal problems there. We'll have to see how that pans out, but that could be messy. That could be messy. Ah, damn, Mr. Doc. Big up Mr. Doc, by the way. Did I ever get the name of the chick on the avatar? I'm going to try and do it while talking to you guys. How about that? I forgot what I even typed in to get this picture. Thank God I'm not screen sharing right now. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Okay, let's have a look. I know I saw this. Oh, where did I find this? I'll try and find it while talking to you guys. Might take me a while, but I'll get there, I'm sure. Ah, hang on. Hang on. What's this chick's name? One second. I think I found it. Hang on, 1 second. Found it. I think I found her. Christ. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Maybe that's not it. Chase Athletics into the building. Big up, Chase. How you doing, man? Big up, Chase. Yo, Box in the chat as well. Big up, Box. Who will Josh Taylor get as a new trainer? Now, that's a really good point because obviously Josh Taylor's trainer now is Shane McGuigan. And if there is a split between Cyclone and Josh Taylor, it's certainly not been amicable. So is Shane McGuigan going to train Josh Taylor after what's happened? I doubt it. So it's going to be very interesting. And I think that's a point a lot of people are overlooking right now is the whole trainer situation because Shane's not going to go behind his dad's back and keep on training Josh Taylor. He's not going to do it. You wouldn't have thought so anyway. So that's interesting. It really is. I can't even find this chick. But yeah, I never thought of that either. When I first saw that news, I never thought about Taylor and McGuigan, the trainer, being at odds. But yeah, that's a real possibility, and I'm sure we'll see more as it goes on. But Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, L Dog, big up L Dog. Shane McGuigan confirmed the split. He posted a picture saying, "If you want loyalty, buy a dog." Damn. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. But obviously, Shane, he's going to do what, he's going to stand by his dad. So you can't blame Shane for that, in all honesty. A lot of people are, kind of taking Josh Taylor's side. Obviously, Cyclone Promotions are going through legal issues with Carl Frampton. Something about Carl Frampton not getting a certain amount of money or not getting paid on time, whatever it was. So a lot of people don't really take Cyclone seriously as a promotional outfit. So, I mean, I don't really think they've got a leg to stand on here, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, if Josh Taylor signed with anybody, Top Rank are the best bet because there's that Ramirez fight, the big unification fight. That's the fight we all want to see. Ramirez versus Taylor, hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight. Yo, the Hidden Man, thank you for the super chat. He says, I would love to see Charlo versus Andrade in 2020. Yeah, man, that's a great fight. 100%. Unification fight, both unbeaten, both American, two contrasting styles. You've got the puncher in Jamal Charlo versus the more slick boxer in Demetrius Andrade. Hell of a fight. I really want to see it. I mean, there's no reason that fight shouldn't happen. Neither guy can really get an opponent right now. Both guys need a credible name, so there's no reason why these type of fights shouldn't be made. Neither guy's really going to be a star. I don't get why they are so reluctant to let these type of guys fight on other networks, because they're never going to be stars, if we're being honest. Might as well just let them fight. And by winning these type of fights, ironically, that's what makes you a star. So if you believe in your man, let your guy go and fight on another network in a risky fight. If he wins, he's in a much better position. He's a unified champion. He's got the biggest win of his career, and he can go on to the next one. So, it should happen. But we all know boxing for Hidden. It's too good to be true. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. But there we go. Yeah, box. David Hay, Carl Frampton, Conrad Cummings, Chantel Cameron, and Josh Taylor all left Shane McGuigan. Yeah, exactly. He's got Lawrence Okoli right now. He's got Lawrence Okoli. Yeah, Stephen Lawler, that's the good thing. The Ramirez fight now, theoretically, is a lot easier to make. Same promoter, same network. No excuse. 2020, let's make that fight. Well, unless Victor Postal doesn't throw a spanner in the works. Postal's fighting Ramirez on is it the 1st of February? Fairly soon, he's fighting Ramirez. So, obviously, Ramirez has got to beat Postal, which isn't an easy fight. It's a hard fight. But yeah, man, that should happen next year. That's one good bit of news from all of this. Yo, Dominic Chechery in the chat. Big up, man. Big up to Dominic. Top Rank now have Lomachenko in UA, Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, Tyson Fury, Terence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Jamel Herring, and Emmanuel Navarrete. That's a stacked roster. That is a very good roster. And Baturbiev as well. Yeah, you forgot. Yeah. That's a very good roster. A lot of those guys are fairly young as well. Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's a really good roster. Worldwide talents from all different countries. UK, Asia, all different continents, I should say. Different continents. Yeah, Subash. Yeah, Top Rank's winning at the moment. Dominic Chechery, what do you make of the Brook card? I've not really seen too much of it. I know Brook's fighting DeLuca, whoever DeLuca is. I've never seen him fight. I don't think so anyway. The Kid Galahad fight's okay. He's fighting Marrero. Marrero's okay. He's a solid fighter. Other than that, I'm not really too I'm not too sure what's going on, sorry. Yeah, I've got a fucking cat on my lap, by the way. If you can hear purring or some shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, for Hidden, it's a pipe dream. Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Unfortunately, I would lean towards Andrade in that fight as well. I would lean towards Andrade. Good fight, though. Evening, Adam Scott. Big up Adam Scott. Anyway, I needed to do some research for my boy, Mr. Doc. I think I found it. Found her. I said it again. Fuck's sake. I just don't think that's the one. Okay. Okay, I found it. Found her. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's Melanie Muller. Okay, fine. I thought it was the other one, Jordan Carver, but yeah, it is Melanie Muller. There we go. Okay. I'm getting this. Nah, it's not. I swear it's Jordan Carver. Anyway, regardless, it's either Jordan Carver or Melanie Muller, one of the two. There we go. Yeah, Mr. Doc depends on what Postal has left, in my opinion. He was close to upsetting Taylor. Not a serious puncher, but a serious technician. Not an easy fight. I agree. And that Taylor fight was a lot closer than the cards had. Those cards were so wide. That was a close fight. Taylor won, don't get it twisted, but it was a close fight, in my opinion. Adam Scott, Brooke would sell his nan to fight Amir Khan. Yeah, exactly. He would do anything to fight Amir Khan. What that guy wouldn't do is the question, in all honesty. Box, I'm surprised Arum hasn't gone for co-deals with Frank Warren on Warrington, Dubois, Yarde, etc. Yeah, exactly. L-Dog, rumour is Top Rank have a deal in place to sign Kayshawn Davis, who is the AIBA 2019 World Championship silver medal. I've heard of Kayshawn Davis. I've heard a lot about him. Not seen too much, though. Yeah, the Hidden. He's got Andrade by UD against Jamal Charlo. I think I agree. I would take Andrade on points, but not a confident pick. Unrivaled. I'll drop you a link in a second. Yeah, it's not solo, and yeah, it's just open one. To be honest, open one. Dominic Chetchery, tying Booth's videos aren't as good anymore. I've not seen. Well, I think the last one was like the one on Kyle Froch. That's the last one I've seen anyway. I like Ty and Booth, I can't lie. For Hidden, Elidia Alvarez versus Michael Seals on the 18th. Yeah, Michael Seals. He fought. Was it Edwin? Who was it? Edwin Rodriguez, maybe. I think he fought Rodriguez, and that was a good fight. Seals lost by knockout, but he gave it a good go. But yeah, Alvarez should win that fight easily, in all honesty. Seals really isn't that great. He'll throw down, but he's not a great fighter technically. Adam Scott, after seeing Crawford get dropped in his last fight, makes you wonder what could Spence do. Yeah, but the thing is with Spence, I mean, that guy's all kinds of fucked up right now. You know, he still needs to recover from his car crash. He's got various, sorry, that's fucking disgusting. Various legal problems to attend to. So we don't really know what type of Spence we're going to get, but providing Spence gets back to his best, I make him a favourite over Crawford. I really do. But You know, we've got to see these guys fight. It's all well and good me saying so and so's a favourite or the other guy's a favourite. We need to see these guys fight. Ramming a Nathan. Ramming a Nathan. Oh dear. Amir Khan, the Skype sports fighter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Mr. Doc. Yeah, he fought that crazy fight with Rodriguez. Yeah, Seals. That was a really good fight. Very good fight. Seals will come to throw down. He's that type of fighter. He's just going to swing. He's just going to swing. And if you try and hook with him, then you give him a chance. But if you're like Alvarez, Elidio Alvarez, who's a good boxer, Alvarez should win that fight fairly comfortably. In all honesty, Elidio Alvarez, he's a solid boxer. The slag of a group. Who is Crawford's best win as much as we hype him? I would say Postal. In my opinion, I would say Victor Postal. That's my opinion. Subash is saying Jeff Horn. Yeah, Jeff Horn, he was an unbeaten champion. Although I felt he lost to Manny, but yeah, I'm rivaled saying Postal as well. I've got Postal. I'm going to send Unrivaled a link. 1 second. Let's get this old boy in here. My favourite Irishman, Mark, a.k.a. McGregor. Let's get him in here. Christ's sake, I always forget how to do this. I'm useless at this. Absolutely useless. There we go. Christ almighty. One thing about Corona, it's so gassy, man. It's so gassy. Jesus Christ. Oh, you really are taking the piss. Fucking thing. There we go. Yeah, StreamYard's been a bit gay. Maybe it's my internet. But Dominic Chechery, where do you think Everton will finish? I'd say about 10th, to be honest. Ancelotti's a very good manager, but he's got a lot of work to do there. A lot of work. But you've got one of the best managers in Europe. There's no doubt about it. What he did at Milan was excellent. He did a great job at Milan. That's wonderful. Beautiful stuff. Smash the like, lads, by the way. It really does help us out, us content creators. Here he is. Oh, man.
What's up? What's up, everyone in the chat? Happy fucking bar mitzvah, boys.
Yeah, indeed. Mate, Jesse Hart versus Joe Smith Jr., fight of the century. Are you excited?
Oh, mate, I couldn't be more excited. Nothing more in my life do I look forward than a technically ungifted boxer with massive power stepping into the ring with a slightly slipped boxer who has no fucking power.
Oh, man. Yeah,
nothing in the world makes me happier. And actually, to be honest, it's a 50-50. Take your pick. It's either a decision hard or a knockout to Smith.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think Jesse might struggle. I think Smith will be able to get on top of him, I don't think he have a jab to keep him off him. I think his feet aren't that quick. It's not like Bivol.
Is it a 10-rounder?
I think so.
I've heard it's a 10-rounder, yeah. Which is a bit gay. But
Smith to me. I think that favours Smith to me, man. And the reason why is in 12 rounds, you see Smith gasses. You know what I mean? In that 11th and 12th round, he gets really slow. So he can just put it on him as hard as he can because he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. It's a good fight. Like you could see Smith's pressure busting him. You could see him getting knocked out because Jesse Hart, man, he got hurt by Ramirez. He's been dropped by Journeyman. He can get hurt, and that's at 168. So
And
Yeah,
he ain't
yeah.
got no chin, man. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, this fight is a bit like it's like a prelude to Wilder Fury, but just a really bad version of it.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's one of those fights, isn't it? It's like I think it makes perfect sense for both guys to take this fight because
Absolutely.
the winner can like maybe go on to get maybe a title shot, maybe an eliminator. You know,
That's what we want. Hart Ramirez 3. Make it
exactly,
happen,
man.
boys. For the vacant WBO.
Yeah, man. Anyway, what you saying? What you up? What you been up to? How you
All
been?
day. Mate, just cleaning up the diet, gone full carnivore, you know?
Ah, fair play. See, I've
Yeah.
gone the opposite, mate. I've just gone. My diet is complete shit. Honestly, since Christmas, mate, it's been complete and utter shit. Fucking hell! Like,
Well,
I need to start
I
getting
gained a
active.
lot of weight over the Christmas, but come the 2nd of January, like I just nah. And yeah, man, I'm after losing 9 pounds already.
Fair play.
So
Fair
there you
play.
go, boys. There you go. Get on that
Oh,
carnivore diet, drink that water, go to the gym, lift some weights. You'll be good.
yeah. Okay, it's 10 rounds. Ben Haynes, thank you very much. Yeah, I could. I'll tell you what. I could get into the carnivore diet. To be in all honesty.
Mate, all I'm fucking eating is like burgers made out of mince, steak, fucking eggs, egg loaf, scrambled egg. Everything's fried in butter. It's fucking great.
You can
It's
eat
like
fish.
I'm eating breakfast for every fucking meal.
Ah, beautiful. You can eat fish, can't you?
Huh?
Yeah. You can eat fish, can't you?
Yeah, man. I had a bit of salmon there today. Had some
Nice.
salmon. Yeah, nice salmon, Darren. Not bad. Had a few pieces of bacon with that, a couple of eggs.
Can't go
Well
wrong.
toast. Oh man, they're beautiful. It was genuinely like going to a fine dining restaurant without any of the bullshit and good portions. You know what I mean? And I'm able to eat something I actually want to eat. Cause who doesn't fucking look? Who doesn't like bacon and eggs? First of all, that's me breakfast, man. Every day.
It's beautiful.
Like Weetabix, get the fuck out of here. Porridge, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, oh, I'm gonna eat healthy and have a melon and a melon and some 2 slices of whole wheat toast. Fuck
Well,
off, bacon and eggs.
I'll tell you what. Since I've left school, I've had cereal probably like maybe 8, 9 times. Can't stand it. I've got no time for it. No time for it at all. Absolute nonsense. I'd rather eat nothing than eat cereal.
I
Absolute
get
load
you.
of shit.
I have a feeling you're a jam and toast man.
I do like a bit of jam and toast. I can't
Yeah,
lie.
got that feeling. I got you. Just tend to know these things. You just tend to know these things.
Yeah, man. I like a bit of jam and toast. Oh dear. Fucking hell. Right. I'm absolutely fucked. I can't lie. But hang on. Everton need to get Yakubu, Cahill, and McFadden back. Fucking hell. Those are the days, like 04, 05, you had a decent team.
Yo, could you
Fucking
imagine Yakubu in his prime in today's era of the Premier League with those fucking prima donna centre backs?
I know, right? He
He'd
was good
rip
for a
through
little
them
while.
all.
He
He'd
was
rip
good.
through them. Imagine John Stones trying to man mark Yakubu.
Fucking hell, man. Imagine fucking Lindelof, mate. That guy couldn't man, he's terrible. Awful. You done us in last night. Fucking hell. You really did. No, the other night, Tuesday night, sorry,
I'll
you
tell you now, man. Like, fuck
outplayed
it.
us.
Oh,
I turned
stop.
it off after half time.
My favourite moment in the match was when De Bruyne sent Jones flying.
How he's still at that club, I honestly, I've got no clue. Phil Jones,
Oh, Phil
an
Jones is,
embarrassment.
bruh, he's Barnsley level at best. At
He's an
best.
absolute embarrassment.
He ain't Premier League level. I'm being straight honest. He ain't Premier League level. I wouldn't like if you look at like the lower teams and everything, they actually have good defenders.
Yeah,
Like
he's useless.
I'll just be like straightforward. Would he get into the Wolves team?
No,
Absolutely no way in fucking hell.
no, he
No
wouldn't. He's
way.
not good enough.
No.
He's shit.
And yet he's starting for like in terms of success recently, nowhere near one of the biggest clubs in the world. But financially and globally and market wise, the second or third largest team in the world.
Yeah, Phil Jones, man, an embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. there's so many people at our club that we need to get rid of. Like, people miss, like, when they talk about transfers, they always say, "Oh, we need to buy this player, that player, this player, that player."
You need to
What,
sell
mate?
this
We
player,
need to
that
get rid
player,
of the
this player.
deadwood first. Yeah, exactly. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, apparently Ashley Young's going, so I'm happy about that. But that's one
He's
good bit of
better than
news.
Jones.
He's better than Jones, but like, I mean, you're picking between like AIDS and maybe a really aggressive syphilis. You know,
Nice.
you know
And
what I mean.
really
So,
aggressive. Wow.
but yeah,
So essentially, you've got to choose between HIV and a plethora of sexually transmitted diseases.
yeah, yeah.
I'll take the plethora because you're not going to pick them all up from one person.
Well, no,
So,
exactly.
so that way you're going to pick them up from multiple different levels of depravity, and I can second that.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah. Okay, boxing brains for prospects. He was going to say Ruan Visser. That's the South African dude, isn't it? Yeah, the heavyweight guy. Yeah, he doesn't look that great. I can't lie. Have you ever heard
oh,
of him?
you got a super chat, my guy, from the hidden. Maybe that was earlier in the stream.
Oh yeah, no, it was earlier. Yeah, I saw he was asking about
Uh,
Charlo Andrade about 2020. Yeah, it's one of those fights. It should happen, but we all know it's not going to happen. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? But L Dog Dell, I'm going to ask you one last time. Please refrain from using the term "gay" in a derogatory manner. Last warning.
yeah,
I-
Dale. Don't use gay in a derogatory manner. That gay faggot won't like it. Well,
Oh
there goes
shit!
the monetization on this strip.
Exactly, mate. That the monetization went on my Adrian Broner video I did as well.
I just stayed away from that topic.
Oh dear, I wasn't even that harsh on him, but
Yeah, that's the reason I stayed away on it, man. Like, if you're gonna be a pedophile, at least pick a hot one.
yeah, fucking hell.
I'm
I,
joking,
I
but
put an Alex Jones meme in there as well. That's probably what done it. But
oh no, man.
uh,
Adrian Brown is the first four-weight world champion to have a VIP pass to Epstein Island, didn't he?
yeah, man, he's in that little black book. Fucking hell.
Nah, that's Baza, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Barry Hearn. Fuck me, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
that's
Jeffrey
for
Epstein definitely killed himself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Totally legitimate. All right. We'll leave it at that. Adrian
Dominic
Broner versus
Chechery.
Adam Johnson. Dominic
Fuck me.
Chechery. Fucking hell. Ah.
I got Adam Johnson via left foot.
He's more active, to be fair. He's a lot more active. You know what I mean?
He's more relevant from a fucking prison cell than Browner is right now, to be honest.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Doc. Yeah. Mention Epstein, that's instant demonetization.
Oh, I've done
100%.
it too often. I'll be honest with you, Del. I'm surprised. I actually have 70% of my live streams, yeah, are monitored.
It's weird. Honestly, sometimes the ones you expect to go down don't go down.
There's literally one that got demonetized, right? Do you want to know what the bad thing I said was in the video?
Go on.
Bullshit. That's the only bad word I used, right?
Yeah.
I have another one where I'm talking. I'm literally talking with Mr. Doc. That didn't get demonetized. I talked with Mr. Duck, and he was talking about a guy getting killed by being fucked to death by a horse after he tried to fuck it,
Fucking hell.
and that stayed up.
Jesus
But I
Christ.
ended up removing that myself just because of community guidelines, strike possibilities. To be honest,
Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Yo, MB, yeah, that's a good point. Munguia, Spike O'Sullivan. Yeah. That's this weekend as well. I mean,
yeah, I'm so looking forward to Mungia Spike O'Sullivan.
Spike's getting laid out. Spike is basically like an Irish Dave Allen, and I'll tell you for why. He's got a funny little mustache. He's got a bald head. What else does he offer apart from a bit of banter? Nothing. I mean,
A Mankini.
tired of this guy getting chances, man. Like when he was talking to Lemieux, oh, you've got one trick, you've got one shot, and he gets knocked out by it. That's hilarious, man. Fuck me, in a round. Oh, I can't stand him.
Well, the thing is, Spike can actually box. The problem is he thinks he's a warrior, but he's got no chin.
Yeah,
He suffers from that fucking traveler mentality, doesn't he? Where he thinks he's a warrior,
yeah.
but he's got no chin.
He done the same against Eubank as well. When he was talking all that talk and he quit. Like, fuck's sake. I mean, I don't listen, man. It's if you get knocked out, you get knocked out. It is what it is. But his mouth has got him a lot of paydays. Fair play to him, I guess. But who's he beat? Antoine Douglas. That's his only real good win.
That is his best win, Antoine Douglas.
Yeah, I remember that actually. I was surprised he beat him. If I'm being honest.
I think everyone was actually surprised. That was an upset.
Yeah, because Antoine
He went
Douglas
in
at
the
one point.
underdog.
Yeah, he was a prospect, wasn't he? At one point.
Yeah, solid prospect as well.
Yeah, man. No, L Dog, no worries, mate. Thanks for making the video on Petar Milas. Yeah, the Croatian heavyweight takeover is on the way. Yeah, man.
Just remember, there's a storm coming, and it's coming from Uzbekistan.
Yes, sir.
The Uzbekistan storm. It shall take over, though.
It will. 100%, man. He can move. He can box. He can punch. He's a southpaw. He's 6'7". Mate, he's still fairly young as well. Was he 25, 24? Mate, he can.
I'm not even talking about him. I'm just talking about all the prospects.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of boys coming out that way. A lot of them.
Madrimov, him, Melikuziev, Akhmedov.
Akhmedov Roman. That's coming. It's official.
There's
It's
like
done.
40. Oh, by the way, just a couple of, like, I think it was in November, Hassan Boy Dusmatov made his debut.
Yep.
He won in 2 rounds. So, like, that's someone who people will have to pay attention to, though, on those lower weights. He's a fucking issue. He's so fast.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of good guys coming up from that part of the world, though. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan.
Nah, the storm is coming from Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, man, I don't fancy any super middleweight right now against Melikuziev.
He's an interesting prospect. I like how he changes angles so well, man. His body works great. He's got nice hand speed. He's nice and compact. He's a very good fighter. He's got some nice footwork, man. It just keeps you spinning, steps around you.
Bro, he annihilated Vaughn. He annihilated him. That was just a destruction. And Vaughn's
the thing is with Vaughn, like Anthony Sims gave him a hard fight. He beat Money Powell, didn't knock him out, but he's a tough fringe level trial horse.
And to be honest, he gave Anthony Sims a tough enough fight, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
He did better. He did 25 times better against Anthony Sims than he did against Melikuziev.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'll ask you this right now. Based on the last performances, right? Does Billy Joe Saunders beat Melikuziev? I'm not too sure.
On that performance against whatever his name was, the Argentinian, no, I wouldn't say so.
I think Vaughn beats that Argentinian.
Oh, no, Vaughn beats the Argentinian. Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Yeah. I'd agree.
I think Melikuziev could beat Billy Joe Saunders.
So do I, if I'm being honest.
And he's only 4 fights in. Wait till this dude's like 14-0 or some shit. And he's fucking taking everybody out. He's scary, man. He's scary.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Dell's over there fucking he's coughing up his own lung, he is.
Yeah, I've been ill all week, man. It's been mad. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, man! What is all these fucking queers in the chat, man?
Yeah, that's a 12-year-old kid. Just block him.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him on Beats' channel. I saw him on Johnny's channel. Like, it's probably been on your channel as well. Nonce. Absolute nonce. Yeah, Melikuziev is very raw at MB. That is true. But he looks like he's got a lot of like potential. With the experience, like more pro fights, tough fights, he'll get better. No doubt. He's a good fighter. And the one I like though is Akhmadaliev. That
Yeah,
fight coming up.
I know.
That's a good card, you know. That's a really
Who's
good card.
Ahmadallah fighting?
Danny Roman.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good card
You
as
and me
well.
were looking forward to that. You and me were so looking forward to that last year, but now with the inactivity, it's taken a little bit of shine off of it for me.
Yeah. I think I'll get hyped as it gets closer, but I mean it's only in February. It's on the Andrade card, I think.
Fucking hell. That
That's a
Barty
decent card.
Andrade fight.
Yeah, there's also Tevin Farmer, Jojo Diaz. It's not a bad fight.
That's a solid fight, but at the end of the day, Ahmadallah versus Danny Roman is war.
That is a
If
great
TJ
fight.
Dehaney can take Danny Roman to war, Akhmadaliev will take him to he'll take him to places he's never been.
Yeah, both guys can crack to the body as well, man. That's going to be a phone booth fight. It's going to be a great fight, honestly. It's a hell of a fight, man. Like now I'm talking about it. I'm getting excited. I don't know who I'm picking yet. I was picking Akhmadaliev at first, but I do really rate Danny Roman. I think he's a very good fighter. He's one of those fighters where you look at him, you wouldn't say he does one thing particularly well, but he does everything good, if that makes sense.
Is that confirmed, Danny Roman?
Yeah. I swear I saw it confirmed. I'm 99% sure it's confirmed. I'm 99%. Danny Roman.
Daniel. Yeah, it is confirmed.
Beautiful.
The 30th of January, not even February, my guy.
Jesus Christ, that is a beautiful fight. If this fight was a woman, mate, it's got a nice fat ass, it's got nice big juicy tits. It's a hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight. Oh dear, hell of a fight.
To be honest, it's a good card outside of Jake Paul and Nathan Gibb.
Who is that dude anyway? I've never heard of him.
Who?
Elise on Gibb.
Well, they call him a
Never heard
Nathan
of him.
Gibb. He's a FIFA streamer.
Okay. Who else is on the card? Anthony Sims Jr. He's fighting Roma Angulo.
My baby girl's on.
Your baby girl. Your baby girl. Who's your baby girl?
Arthur Jones the third.
Oh, for Jones, yeah, he looks good, you know. He looks quite decent.
He didn't look great in his last fight, though, to be honest. But
was that on the what card was that?
that was on the what's the name of it? Don't tell me. I want to say, because I know you're checking, but like that was on the fucking Usyk Witherspoon.
Yeah, I think so.
That was on the card where Cromwell died.
Yeah, that's Patrick Day.
Sorry, not Cromwell died.
Yeah, big up Selenkos, by the way. Big up Selenkos.
Big
Chad,
up Selenkos.
Yeah.
Where are we bigging up Selenkos?
I didn't see him in here. Chad, you are blocked, my friend. Or not my friend. But yeah, you're blocked. Fuck you, son. Yeah. What we saying in the chat? I'm all over the place, by the way. I'm absolutely fucked. I've had fucking cold all week. I've been to work. I'm fucked out of my head. I'm absolutely done.
You're such a degenerate, man.
I know, man. Honestly, I'm so fucking tired. Selenkos, he says, Ukraine produced top boxers always, yet they don't have much funding in the amateur team. They couldn't afford to fund the World the World Series of Boxing team at the last World Series. Yet India and China were. Yeah, exactly. Something in Ukraine they're doing right, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's not funding, like you say. I guess it's just for coaching. I don't know. They're dirt poor though. You know, those sort of countries are always going to produce boxers if they are into the sport.
Look, let's look at it like this, bro. Medals in boxing. Second place is the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
First place is the Soviet Union. It wasn't because it was Russia. It was all of those countries.
Yeah.
Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, fucking Azerbaijan, fucking Turkmenistan, fucking Ukraine, like all these countries, my guy.
Yeah.
Bulgaria, Belarus, you know? Like if you look at like countries like Bulgaria, they had back in like the 60s and 50s and 70s and shit, they would have had people like Pulev in their teams, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No, Flamus Lofi, I don't block people here. Unless you say some gay shit like Chad, you ain't going to get blocked. That's
Yeah.
that's the rule.
Don't say anything gay.
Like, hello, my friend, Stephen Lawler.
Hello, my friend. Wait, hold on. Hold on. How does it go now? Hello, my friend. Hello.
Oh dear, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah, lads, can I give you all a great piece of advice, right? Do you want to? This is like the greatest thing you can do for a laugh. If you're ever fucking a girl from behind and you're about to come, turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger and fuck her world up. Just go. As you're about to come, go, low, low.
Oh, fucking hell.
The fucking funniest thing ever. Low, Maria, you got to get down.
Oh
I was
dear,
fucking
man.
dying, man. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm having a
Oh.
laugh. That's what I'm. No!
Then you're having a fucking stroke or something. Jesus.
No! No!
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, but yeah, Selenkos, yeah, you're right, man. That part of the world is a tough place. It really is. And now, though, the good thing now, they've got a lot of fighters to look up to, the likes of Lomachenko, Klitschko, all of these guys. Like the kids now are looking up to these guys, and they're just going to produce more and more fighters. That's the way it works, I guess, like in cycles.
If I was an ugly little bastard in Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
I'd be all like, look at Alexander Usyk. All these people love him. I'm ugly and psychotic looking just like him. I'm going to join a boxing gym and people will respect me.
Exactly. And like we've been saying, I've been saying it for a while, you've been saying it for a while, the next wave is like Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan. That's going to be the next lot. It's coming. It's just around the corner. It really is. There'll be a few world champions from that part of the world end of this year, maybe 2 or 3, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
I reckon, like I say, I reckon Akhmadaliev, I think he might beat Roman. I don't know. I'll keep on second guessing that, but I think he might win that one. I'll tell you what, it'd be very impressive if he does. If he can beat Roman in that amount of fights, what's he had? 7 fights? 6
Yeah,
fights?
this is his 7th. This is his 8th fight.
Yeah, exactly. That's a hell of a win in your 8th fight if he can do it.
What, win over a unified champion and Danny Roman?
Yeah, that's a hell of a win.
The way you do. Yeah. Dell's such a hipster in boxing, man. People give me shit for being a hipster. Listen to Dell. He's getting hyped over Akhmadaliev. He's getting hyped over a medallion of bacon versus a Roman Empire fucking reject.
But you say all that, but all of the hyped fights last year. So Joshua Ruiz, fucking Canelo Kovalev, Canelo Jacobs. Tell me any of those fights were better than fucking Roman versus Dehaney.
Ruiz Joshua 1, I think, was.
Nah, not in terms of quality. Not in terms of quality. In terms of drama, yeah, I'd agree. But
okay, in terms of big hype fights,
yeah,
sure, Porter and Spence.
Yeah, that's not there. But there weren't many better fights than Roman Dehaney last year.
I mean, you're talking about big hype fights. I mean, a lot of people were talking about Inoue and Daenerys and Prograis and Taylor.
Yeah, they were good fights.
And they were way better than Roman and Dehaney.
That
That was a great
better.
fight, don't get me wrong, but Inoue Daenerys is a different league.
Anyway, Daenerys was brutal. I can't lie, that was brutal. Because, man, I watched that back the other day. It's surprising. Daenerys, like, he hurt Inoue, man.
I
He
cannot
really did.
wait to see him versus Ubali this year.
That's a hell of a fight. Ubali could walk right into that left hook, or the pressure could be a bit too much for Daenerys now. It's a really good fight. It's a really good fight. Hell of a fight. You kind of want to see Daenerys win it, but at the same time, if he wins it, he's going to stick around longer. Like,
I don't care. Every time he wins a title, it just proves more and more that he's gone into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Again, a few years ago, there was people out there calling this guy a hype job. Nonito Donaire,
The
a
fact that
hype
people
job.
say Nonito Donaire was a hype job because he lost to a primary ego is ridiculous. You know what I
It's
mean?
retarded. It is absolutely retarded. The guy, honestly, his resume is stellar. Honestly, it's like,
You said I went through it the other day.
yeah, it's insane, isn't it? It really is. I mean,
Monstrous.
win, lose or draw, that's what it's all about.
He has a better resume than Canelo, you know.
Yeah, win, lose or draw, 100%. There's not many better resumes in boxing,
Manny
quite
Pacquiao.
frankly. Manny Pacquiao. Other than that, I mean,
Win, lose,
yes,
or draw? Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Hold on. Chisora, maybe.
good old Del Boy.
He's
Del
fucking
Boy.
been beaten by everyone, hasn't he? David fucking Hay, Tyson Fury, fucking Pulev, fucking. It's
He's
about it,
like
really.
he's like the slag of the heavyweight division. You know, there's that slag amongst your group of mates who everyone's fucked. Like he's like that in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, but you can also tell she's got that dominant switch to her, where like if you're not good enough, she's gonna fuck your world up. Like we all know a chick that's like that as well, where everybody's had a go, but some of the lads have a different story, and it's like, nah, she was too much for me, and it's like, yeah, lack of experience, my guy. You go in there with no
Trials.
experience, you're gonna come out with chlamydia, HIV, and a
You're gonna
fucking
get
ring up your
exposed.
arse.
You might get a
Exactly.
Salido experience.
Oh god.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Don't
Fuck.
knock Salido, man.
No, he was a
Salido,
good fighter.
me and Mr. Duck, I think both have a very healthy respect for Salido. We've spoken about him before. Salido's he's one of my favorites, man. He
Well, he
is.
ruined Juanma, didn't he? As well.
Huh?
He ruined Juanma Lopez as
Oh
well.
yeah.
People forget about that. Like he ruined his career. He was never the same since. Like he fucked him up, man. Those both really good fights as well. Juanma versus Orlando, really good fights. But yeah, he was a good fighter. Again, people look at the record and say, "Oh, look at who Lomachenko lost to. Look at his record." I mean, come on now. You need to be doing better than that. Fuck me.
Whenever people are like, "Oh, he lost to Salido," so that means that anybody who beats Salido is better than Lomachenko. Put Cristobal Cruz into the ring with Lomachenko and let's see what fucking happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't
Yeah,
wait for Lomachenko to make Teofimo's hype train come down.
that's going to be a good fight, though. I tell
I
you
think
what.
it's going to be boring.
I think. Listen, I think Lomachenko is favourite. I'm picking him to win, but at lightweight, I think that's Lomachenko's toughest fight to date. At
I
lightweight.
agree with you. I agree with you in terms of the possibility of being knocked out. I actually think it's his easiest fight to date, though. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, go for it.
Simple enough. That shoulder roll's playing into Lomachenko's left hand.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And his feet, like
His
his feet
feet,
aren't the
he needs
quickest.
to sit his feet.
Yeah, it's one of those fights. Maybe it's the most dangerous fight for Lomachenko, but if Lomachenko's on his P's and Q's, he should win,
I'll be
kind of
honest
thing.
with you. I don't think it's the hard. I think it's a dangerous one just because Teofimo can actually knock him out.
Yeah,
But
he's got power.
outside of that, I think it's relatively straightforward. If Teofimo needs to set his feet, you know this, I know this. I think he's going to get turned into oblivion. I
Mm.
see a Usyk Gassiev 2.0,
Yeah, you could
where
be
he'll
right.
land one big punch and people will be like, "Oh, we hurt him," and they'll give him the round because he landed one good fucking punch in the fight.
Yeah, you could be right. One thing I like though about Teofimo as well is like like he actually seems to believe in himself. Like a lot of guys talk about Lomachenko without being willing to fight him, Tank Davis. But Teofimo just seems. I think he wants that fight. He seems confident, and that in itself is a good thing. You know, I can't knock him for that. He's got ambition, and that's fresh from a young fighter. A lot of these young fighters talk absolute nonsense. Like Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Garcia and Tank Davis on Twitter the other day. Oh, I'm A side. No, you're B side. It's fucking ridiculous. These guys they've done nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They're both fucking F sides. Do you know
Yeah,
what F stands for?
fuck boys.
No. Think about Johnny Boy for a second. The
Okay,
two of
yeah.
them are a pair of fags.
It's true though. Like at least listen, Teofimo, he's got a personality where you're gonna like it or dislike it, but at least he wants to fight, guys. That's what I'll say for him. And I think it's genuine as well. I think he genuinely wants to fight people. And that's all I want as a boxing fan, ultimately. What else can you really ask for? Whether they fight people or not. So, listen, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good build-up. But yeah, I think Lomachenko should have enough. He should do enough to win that one. Good fight, though. And listen, the lightweight division this year could have some good fights. I like Luke Campbell versus Fortuna. That's a good fight.
That's a
I think
lovely fight.
I think that's a harder fight for Campbell than people are expecting, though.
Yeah, a lot of people think he's just gonna win. No, he could be neutralized by Fortuna. That awkward style, man.
He's awkward and aggressive.
Yeah, I know. Kind of a bit like Ivan Mendy, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Yeah.
And the difference is, though, I think Fortuna doesn't like long jabs. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I don't think he likes a long jab. If your
Yeah.
reach is a bit shorter, he can deal with you easy.
Yeah, that is true. But Fortuna, like, he gets low, he's awkward, he's not rangy, he's kind of short, but he's just fucking he's just a weird fighter. His style is just really unconventional, and like with that pressure, I think he'll give Campbell problems. I really do. But
100%.
but I think Campbell, if he's on his P's and Q's, he should win, to be honest. But we'll see what happens with that one. And hopefully the winner of that fight fights Devin Haney, to be honest. That's what I want to
Campbell
see.
and Devin Haney's a fight I really want to see.
Yeah, it's a good boxing match, isn't it? It's a really good boxing match.
I think Campbell beats him.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's the test he needs. If he could beat Luke Campbell in good fashion, then fair play. I'll give him credit.
I think he gets outboxed.
Is Luke Campbell longer?
Yep.
And he's a southpaw as well. Yeah.
And he's got better feet, to be honest. A lot of people overrate Devin Haney's feet. Devin Haney's feet are good at moving around in the circle wide.
Yeah.
They're not good inside the pocket. They're not good at pivoting. They're not good at turning. Campbell's got the more experienced.
Yeah.
Talented feet.
He actually gets tagged up in the pocket, Devin Haney, as well. Like when he tries to apply pressure, like we saw against even Moran, whatever his name was, the guy who we knocked out, he was getting tagged up coming forwards in that fight. But Moran just had no power. Like against Luke Campbell, I mean, that's an interesting fight. If Devin Haney could win that one, I'll be impressed. I would, especially if he does it in good fashion. I'll be very impressed. But hopefully, these are the fights that happen next year. There's no reason why they shouldn't. All of these guys are on the same page, So there's no excuses, man. I'm tired of hearing about fights marinating. Like 2020, we need to start off how 2019 ended. Just
This
keep on
year,
going.
no. This year, not next year. I'll tell you now. Do you know what fight I'd really love to see take place this year? Like, genuinely really would love to see take place this year, and it could happen.
Go on.
Taylor versus Ramirez.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, as MB says in the chat, yeah, Josh Taylor going to Top Rank. Yeah, it's a lot more possible now.
Very controversial situation, though.
Yeah, with Cyclone. Yeah.
Yeah. Barry McGuigan once again fucking up a fighter's career.
He's not happy, is he?
Shout out to the Northern Irish Frank Warren.
Yeah, man. I mean, that guy, man. That guy.
Fighters
And, yeah.
need to stay away from that cunt.
Yeah, that guy as well. Well, sorry. Shane McGuigan apparently split with him as well. So that's going to be interesting to see who Taylor goes with as a trainer. Who would you actually say could train Josh Taylor right now with his style? Who would you say?
Honestly,
yeah.
For the Ramirez fight, who would I go with? His style, honestly, Freddie Roach.
Do you know who I was going to say? I know it's not going to happen.
You're going to come out with some off-key
No.
like
Derek James.
Derek James? No.
Yeah. Errol Spence. Sorry. Josh Taylor reminds me of Errol Spence in the style. That's similar, man. That's similar. I think that'd be a decent fit.
No.
I think it'd work. MB says Abel Sanchez.
No. I like my
Abel.
pick.
Freddie. I mean, any aggressive fighter, Freddie is made for really. But
what about Robert Garcia?
Robert Garcia is a good shout. Box says Ben Davison.
No.
I don't think Ben Davison's going to get a gig anytime soon. I really don't. But L Dog, he says Paul Dogbay. Fucking hell.
What about Tony Sims?
Tony Sims. Well, I mean, he done well with Ryder. I can't lie. I've never been a big fan of Tony Sims, but he did very well with John Ryder.
In before he shows up and he comes in like Martin Bacoli, Billy Nelson style.
Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, Christ. How about Billy Nelson? Jesus, fuck me.
Depending on where the Ramirez fight takes place, what about Peter Fury?
Oh, yeah, Peter Fury, man. That's a good point. Yeah, well, style-wise, I mean...
Yeah, I know Peter Fury trains boxers, but I'm sure he could train that style.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about a come forward slugger? What about Don Charles?
Don Charles, yeah, good old Don Charles.
I'll
Not
be
had that name
honest,
for a while.
now that I'm thinking about it, of all these names, someone who can train you to come forward and box, because Taylor comes forward and he boxes.
Yeah.
What about Dave Caldwell?
Yeah, Dave Caldwell could work, yeah.
I actually like that. I see where you're coming from with Derek James.
I think that'd be decent, but yeah, it wouldn't happen. Don't get it twisted. But Selenkos, he's saying Adam Booth. I'm not a fan of Adam Booth. I can't lie.
Look, Del, you know where I stand on that fucking vegan nut hugger.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Adam Booth. People are saying Dominic Ingle. I mean,
he has a full stable, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but I'm sure he'd make room for Josh Taylor. Like what he's done with Liam Williams, I'll be honest, it is kind of impressive. He looks like a different fighter. And a somewhat similar style to Josh Taylor in a sense.
You're reaching.
I am reaching. I am
reaching with Liam Williams and Josh Taylor.
I am reaching. They both punch the body.
Bang on with Spence, which is fair enough, but fucking get back down into your little man cave.
Oh, L Dog, he's saying Joey Gamache is going to train Josh Taylor. Top Rank have some weird deal with him. Okay, we'll see if L Dog is in the know or not. But yeah, mate. Joey Gamache, I mean, who's he trained? Otto Wallin? Who else?
You know, Otto Wallin and Josh Taylor both pretty similarly, which is really odd when you think about it, but they do.
Yeah.
They actually really do. If you look at Otto Wallin, it was like a Swedish Josh Taylor against Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I want to see him back, Otto Wallin.
No, hold on. We're saying his name wrong, man. Let's give him his fucking, what is it? Wallin.
Otto Wallin.
Otto Wallin! It sounds like I'm about to fucking pray to Mecca. Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin. Oh, I'm on serious drugs.
Max Kuckerman, he says, Freddie the Joke Roach has been living off Pacquiao's name for 20 years. Ooh. He's not done much since Pacquiao, if I'm being completely honest. He really hasn't.
I think he's been living off of Eddie Futch's name for 20 years.
Yeah, I like how he rolled up for the Chavez Jacobs fight in Chavez's corner. He's there just to take a payday. He didn't give a fuck when Chavez quit. He didn't give a fuck. Gangster Freddy.
To be honest with you,
he didn't give a fuck. He knew what was going to go down. Like, fair play to him. He couldn't give a fuck.
Or when he rocked up in Tyson Fury's fucking corner as a cutman.
Yeah.
When you do cuts. Well,
fuck
yeah, kinda. Yeah, I got Parkinson's. Okay, you're hired.
Yeah,
Tyson Fury's. You can tell Tyson Fury's bipolar by letting Freddie Roach be his cutman.
Mate, honestly, Tyson Fury, if he had Freddie Roach as a fucking cutman again, Tyson Fury could get a nick over his eye the size of a pinprick. At the end of that 1 minute break, he'd look like fucking Freddy Krueger's fucked his world up.
Who was his cutman in the Wallin fight?
Oh, what's the dude's name? That Mexican dude. Oh, I forgot his name.
Do you rate him as a cutman or no? Some people do, some don't. I thought he did good with that cut.
He did a very good job with that cut.
But the only thing was overuse of Vaseline.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, ain't you?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But he did what he had to do. He got him through the fight ultimately. I guess that's
Yeah.
what he's paid for. You know? So, yo, Apollo Spade in the building. Big up Apollo Spade. He's got a channel, by the way, so check him out if you've got time.
Yeah,
Check out
sure. I'll
Apollo
check him
Spade.
out.
Yeah, man.
How many subs you got?
He's still growing, but yeah, check him out, man. Mark Ramsey, Stephen Lawler. I like Mark Ramsey, but yeah, he's out in Canada, man.
Do you know who'd be a great trainer from?
Go on.
Right now, this is gonna come as a shock to many people. But Shane McGuigan.
Sorry.
Shane McGuigan.
For
Taylor.
fuck's sake.
I actually think he's the best trainer from. Such a shame that he's gonna fuck Taylor's dad over. Wait, hold on. Such a shame he's looked out for his career.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Have they split officially, by the way?
Yeah, apparently, who was it in the chat? I think it was Bot. I don't know who it was in the chat, but they said that Shane put on Instagram, he put a photo up and he said, if you want loyalty, buy a dog. So
that doesn't mean that they split.
yeah, they split. Come on
No,
now.
that could mean that there's no loyalty in boxing anyway.
Maybe, but yeah, I think they split. I mean, let's be honest, right? Shane's not gonna. He's gonna take his dad's side. Like I can't see any way around it for him. If I'm being honest, I think they're a perfect match as well. I'll be completely honest. I think Shane's a very good coach. A lot of coaches in the UK, especially the UK, get hyped up. But Shane, listen, for a young dude, I've been very impressed with what he's done with Groves, with Taylor.
He's gonna enter the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, he's done some good work already. That guy's not 30 yet either. It's madness.
He's got
How old is he? 28?
29.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was my trainer of the year this year.
Yeah, he does some great stuff, man. I think he's a good fit for Okole as well, believe it or not. I think he'll do good there, Lawrence Okole. I think he'll be a better fighter for it. We'll see how he pans out, but yeah, we've got Mr. Howard in the chat. Big up, Mr. Howard. He's saying Wilder by disgusting knockout. That's always a possibility. Yorkshire Tea, big up Yorkshire Tea. He's saying burning paper while wearing a wife beater. It's uncanny. 100%, son. Fuck's sake. Oh, dear. L-Dog, he's saying Shane McGuigan's 32. I don't think he's that old. I don't think he's that old.
He could be. I don't fucking know, man.
I don't think he's that old.
32.
Still very young for a trainer. People are fighting at that age.
Well, L-Dog has the power of Google right now.
So do I. Yeah. Shane McGuigan. How old is Shane? Oh, Shane, yeah, he's right. 32. L-Dog, you, sir, are correct.
He Googled.
Yeah, you're correct.
He Googled
Stephen
it at
Lawler,
some
yeah.
point.
He says, Stephen Lawler, he says McGuigan and McCracken are the best in the UK right now. Can't argue.
I can.
Go on.
I think McGuigan, and honestly, to be honest with you, I think Tibbs.
Tibbs, yeah. Tibbs is a good trainer. I do like McCracken, though. I think he got a lot of unfair criticism after the Joshua fight.
Absolutely. He never deserved it. He gave him all the right advice. He was telling them to sit behind his jab, to box him off the back foot, to keep him at the end of his punches. And you hear Joshua going, when can I throw the left hook? You just wait for it. It'll come to you. Just keep him at the end. Don't engage with him. That's what he kept telling them. And Joshua wasn't listening.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking Dave Allen versus Dorian Darch. On the Boxing Brains. I can never tell with Boxing Brains, but yeah, maybe Dave Allen could lose that straight up. He's terrible. I want to see Dave Allen get knocked out now. If I'm being honest, I've had enough of Dave Allen.
Then give us the fight that we all want to see.
There's a lot of fights I want to see Dave Allen in. Makhmudov is one for a start.
Wow,
that'd be great, wouldn't it? Fucking hell. I don't think even I could do that. If I had the power to do it, like I could press a button and make it happen, I don't know if I'd do it.
Yes, you would. I know what you're like, Del. I know what you're like. You're on record of being on YouTube. At the end of the day, us as boxing fans, I'm gonna give you guys a quote from Dell. At the end of the day, us as boxing fans, we're sick in it because all we want to see is someone on the canvas looking up at the stars with blood pouring out of their eyes.
Yeah, sounds like something I'd say. It's true though, isn't it? Like the violence aspect of boxing is something a lot of people don't really like to admit.
But you love it.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
more into the pure animalistic violence of the sport than most of us. Like you sit down and call yourself a purist, but at the end of the day, you sit down and call yourself a purist and say, "Oh, that was boring. That was boring. That was boring," and then you go,
Nah,
"Oh, there was blood."
I don't really say fights are boring that much. So like,
Del, what are your favorite fights of last year? And tell me one of them that was a boxing match and not a brutal fight.
tell you one of them that was a boxing. Roman versus Thingy was a
Dehaney was
boxing match.
brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, but you can get brutal boxing matches.
It wasn't really yeah, it was a bit of a boxing match, but that was a boxing match and a brawl that broke out in
Yeah,
sports.
yeah, that is. Yeah, it was kind of half and half. I'll tell you one good
Yeah,
example, though, of a technical fight that I really liked. So, like James Toney, Mike McCallum, for example,
absolutely. That's a fucking
that's
beautiful
a
fight.
sick fight.
But
So,
that's
but
also that was also a war.
yeah,
As
it
well
was.
as technical, that became a war because both those guys never went out. Never, they weren't about to let the other guy have the upper hand. But like your favorite fights from last year, could we Ashad Makabu? Brutal.
Mm-hmm. Brutal.
A new
Love it.
millionaire.
Love it.
Brutal. Josh Taylor Prograde, which was a technical masterclass from both guys, by the way. Beautiful fight to watch. Also vicious as can be. Vicious as can be. Like that's what you like. Just
Yeah, it
admit
is.
it.
No, it is.
So
Like, I've gone on record and saying I like boxer punchers. I like guys who are technically sound who can hurt people. That's what I like.
so
That's
Del,
my style.
so I'm gonna ask you right now. Imagine there's a red button on your desk
Yes.
and a blue button. The blue
Yes.
button gives you random ass heavyweights, doesn't matter who, versus Dave Allen, and the red button gives you Makhmedov, Dave Allen, 12 rounds. Which button are you pressing? Right, you've
It's,
got the choice. Put your hand down and imagine you just slap your hand down on one of them. Which button did you slap?
yeah, it's going to be red. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Has to be in Doncaster, like Sheffield. That'd be amazing. That big fucking lummox just pummel Dave Allen. Jesus Christ. I can imagine it now. Fucking hell. Yeah, that is brutal.
You'd
That is
love every
brutal.
second of it. You'd love every second of it.
Yeah, man, I can't lie. But yeah, no, that's one of the aspects of boxing a lot of people don't appreciate or don't say they appreciate is the violence. But if boxing wasn't a violent sport, I wouldn't watch it. I'll be honest. Let's say boxing was what it was as it is now, with big ass pillow gloves and headgear, wouldn't watch it. I'd watch MMA. So like the violence part of it is important to me. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you don't watch MMA for technical masterpieces. You watch MMA to see people get killed.
yeah, but like even MMA, like in their world, they do have technical fighters.
Yeah. Which we don't fucking enjoy.
No, no, exactly. But
We go there for one reason to see Jorge Masvidal
end people.
fly through the air as a dude ducks down to take his leg and knee him in the head and then hammer fist him on the ground. That's what we watch
Yeah,
that for.
it's true. It's true. It's like for me, boxing though, it's like that's why I like boxer punches. It's kind of best of both worlds. Like technically sound, but you know they're punches. They can hurt you. You know, all of my favorite fighters are guys who are relatively technically sound and are aggressive or can punch. All of my favorite fighters.
You're also a very big fan of body punchers
Yeah, I do like body punches.
because
Yeah.
you like to see people get hurt.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never liked. I wouldn't say I've never liked them, but I don't appreciate guys like Floyd or Ward or Fury as much as someone like fucking
Me,
Turbiev. You know what I mean?
I appreciate back foot fighters who are good at counter punching and
Yeah,
literally are very negative. I love it. I do. But then again, my favorite fighters are dirty fighters.
yeah.
Fighters
We've
who
all
are
got our
just
favourites.
yeah. I love fighters who know how to bend the rules inside of the ring and not get caught.
Yeah. Mr. Howard, human nature loves violence, 100%. Like, how many times have you drove past like an automobile wreck and you slow down to look to see like the carnage, like to see the fucked up body or something? We've all done it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is something in us that we just want to crave. We want to see it. We do.
Do you want to know what that is?
Go on.
That thing inside of us is called degeneracy.
It is. It is. Maybe it is. But like, it's like when you hear about videos online about like, we've all watched those crazy videos like in Iraq and that and fucking those shock videos. Like, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like
It's a slow porn day.
yeah. I don't know. It's you get curious, don't you? You kind of get yeah. There's something in you. Every person, I think, has that need to like they've got that desire to see it just out of curiosity. I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know what I'm trying to
Aob's
say.
in the
But
yeah. Go ahead.
no, carry on.
I was just gonna say Aob's in the chat says try doing a roundhouse kick and see how many muscles you pull. There's plenty of skill in MMA. I didn't say that there's no skill in MMA. I said I don't watch it to see technical masterpieces. I watch it, me personally, just to see people get killed. That's what I watch it for. I'm a
Get laid
casual.
out. Yeah, I'm a super casual in MMA terms. I watch
Same.
like 10 fights a year MMA.
I watch something like 15 or something. But
Yeah,
just when like I'm bored and there's nothing else like in terms of boxing or because like it's like Conor McGregor's fighting Cerrone. What am I gonna watch? McGregor versus Cerrone, or am I gonna watch Richard Riakporhe versus Billum Smith in a battle of the robbery?
yeah, exactly. L Dog, he's saying his favourite boxers are Miguel Cotto, Alexander Usyk, and Lomachenko. Good list. Yeah,
Very similar to mine.
I like those lists. I like
I'm
those
the
guys.
Miguel Cotto fucking fanboy.
I like Cotto as well. Yeah, yeah, I like Cotto. Who's going to train Vlad Surenko now after what happened to James Ali Bashir? Good point,
I've no
Zelenkos.
idea. I've no idea, and that's quite sad, really. James Ali
Yeah,
Bashir's a don.
seems like
He's
a
a
good
don.
dude as well.
Great trainer.
Man, he's got decades of knowledge, man. It's
Oh yeah,
insane. Look at the guys he's been around. Ali, Klitschko. It's fucking crazy, man.
everyone, everyone, mate, just everybody.
You can't buy that. You can't buy that. You really can't. Okay, so Chase Athletics. He's saying Gamache has a reputation in most East Coast gyms. He also co-trains Tiafimo. Okay, I never knew that. I can't lie. I never knew he co-trained Tiafimo. You learn something new every day.
Apples and pears.
Apples and pears. Apples and pears. There we go. Do you know what? I'm going to get a drink and I need a piss. Can you take over my Irish co-pilot?
Don't get an Irish co-pilot, man. Before you know it, someone's Tesco will get bombed.
Yeah, Tesco's is overrated anyway. You know what I mean?
That's an IRA joke, boys.
Yeah,
Go on, go for a slash. Get your drink. He's already gone. He's already gone. If she dies, she dies. If she dies, she dies. Oh. Yeah, what's happening, boys? You're stuck with me. Big ups to Chase Athletics. Big up to Solenkos. Last MMA fight I watched was Conor versus Khabib. LOL. Super casual. Yeah, man, fair enough. I watched Masvidal's last fight. I think it was against Nate Diaz. I enjoyed that. That was nice. L Dog Jermaine Taylor. I loved watching Jermaine Taylor, to be honest. Can you get a more classy fighter outside of the ring than Clarence Seedorf? Probably not. And right foot was pink. Clarissa looking good after the weight loss and new teeth, says Aobs. Yeah, no, I don't see it. She got a forehead on her. She got a forehead on her like a Harbor windshield, man. She got a forehead on her like a fucking Harbor windshield. I'm telling you right now. You could write the entire history of mankind in hieroglyphics on that forehead, and you'd still in hieroglyphics with a quill, and you'd still have enough left over to be able to translate it into English. Like that forehead's monstrous, you know. Mark, I've been meaning to ask you: is Salido the best featherweight of the last decade? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. Ayob says, nah, mate, I'm defo diving on that. All right, man. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you can dive into the harbour windshield all you want. That's up to you. I don't agree with you. Stephen Lawler wants to see David Price versus Clarissa Shields. She'd knock him out. She'd knock him out. That dude's chin genuinely is probably as tough as Phil Jones' left foot is at taking corner kicks. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Aobs be looking like one of them crash dives. They'll leave Aobs alone. Aobs an OG. Price would be scared of her, no doubt. Absolutely. I want to see Filip Hrgovic versus Shields. Now that I like. This is boxing. You need to use all the tools of war. Our forehead ain't that big, come on. Man, I'm telling you right now, if you came on our forehead, it would probably end up looking like an oasis in the desert. Be a mirage. The vast space around there be so big, you'd just be left looking into the blankness, you know? They'll need some Only Fools and Horses music now. Why do only fools and horses work?
Fucking
Matthew
Yo,
Parry hailing from Barbados just jumped on the live. AJ was or is still here at the moment, small country, but I haven't seen him yet. Well, I hope you get to see him, my brother.
yeah, fair play for being in Barbados, man. I wish I was out there. Fucking hell.
Yo, he
It's,
lives there, man. I'd go there, and I probably wouldn't come back.
I know what you mean, mate. Honestly, right now outside, it's windy, it's rainy, it's fucking cold, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, fair play, man. Living the dream. I'll toast a beer to you right now. So,
I
fair
like how
play, man.
Dell's complaining about the wind and rain. Meanwhile, Australia is on fire.
Well, I mean, I do like the heat. I'm sorry. I do like the heat, but yeah, that is crazy. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy.
All
But,
right, Dave.
right, Dave.
All right, Dave.
Oh, dear.
Did you see the end of my stream yesterday?
No, I've not been. Listen, honestly,
Yeah,
I
no, don't worry
can't.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Why?
I know you don't watch me content anyway. It's grand.
I'm not, to be honest, mate. I've not been watching anybody. Not BDA. I got into Johnny's. Well, I watched Johnny's stream the other day. That's really it. I've no fucking time these days, man. It's a pain in the ass. But
You missed the music I had going, mate.
was he singing? Was he like serenading the chat? Fucking
No,
hell.
I wasn't singing, man. I actually had music going.
Fucking hell. Yeah, you got the
Click,
old new OBS
click,
shit and all that.
click on my stream right now. Go over to it, my last stream that I just did, and go to the last 3 minutes of the stream.
Yeah, well, 1 second. Duck's in the chat, by the way. Shout out to Duck. You're not my favourite Dutchman. I take that back. You're my second favourite Dutchman. I put Ruud van Nistelrooy above you, but you're second. So you're still in the silver medal position. So, be grateful. Do you know what I mean? Be grateful. Shout out to Duck, though. Fabio Woodley versus Dave Allen, 2020, Chase Athletics. That's a good fight. I'll take that.
That's a step up for Wardley.
Yeah. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Fair play to Chase Athletics, man. He knows his stuff. He really does. I think, Chase, are you based out in America? Just out of interest. I think you're from America, right? But yeah, fair play, man. A lot of American dudes don't really have knowledge of the domestic scene over here, but fair play, man. Anyway, let's look at McGregor, Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Oh, my sub list is so fucking long.
Just, by the way, block Lennox Lovejoy.
Why?
Oh, it's
wow.
that kid again.
Waste, man.
That's just sad. That's just genuinely sad, man.
He's a waste man, and it is what it is. I mean, you feel bad for him almost. I don't really. It is what it is. It is what it is. What I'd say to him, just get outside, have a walk around. Walk around your town, walk around your city, whatever it is.
He's 12.
Find the tallest building. Whether he's 12 or not, he needs to know this life lesson. It makes you feel a lot better. Walk around your town, go do some sightseeing, find the tallest building, look out, admire the view, clear your head, then take a run and jump. You fucking cunt. Get out of here, man. You fucking guy. Crazy.
Whether he's 12 or not, he needs to know this. To take a run and jump.
He does. He does. Like, whether you're 12 or not, there's no excuse for that behaviour. Let's be honest. Christ. Having said that, though, I mean, when he trolls, we're babysitting him, basically. Like, his parents don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Imagine letting your 12-year-old listen to us. Fucking hell. Christ almighty.
I was 12 and on the internet. My parents didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, that is true, actually. Yeah. Yeah. The internet was great, man. Growing up when we grew up, we kind of just got the first wave of it when it really kicked off.
Oh, man. Nothing in the world beats dial-up broadband trying to stream porn, and like you're literally getting freeze frame of every like our fucking fingers entering ourselves like on MSN. You know what I mean? Nothing better than a fucking 2 centimeter webcam of a girl just about being able to manage to fit her clit onto the webcam.
But the thing is, though, you made do with it. Like these days, you couldn't deal with that. But like when we was coming up, like that was like the world to us. Do you know what I mean? Like that was amazing. But it's crazy how far it's gone since then. Yeah, big up Minimax, by the way.
You're different, Max.
Yeah, Minimax as well. I'll tell you what, he knows his stuff as well. He really does. He knows his stuff.
I've listened to him, listened to you, and I think he knows more than you do, to be honest.
To be fair, it's not exactly hard, is it? Let's be completely honest.
No, it's just you.
But no, Minimax, if anybody's not subbed to him, check out his channel. Very good content. Knows his stuff. Multiple divisions. Fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. Like he at his age, I wasn't really into boxing like that. I'll be completely honest. I was a super casual at his age.
No, I was into it at his age, but I get you.
I was a super casual.
Now listen to the last 3 minutes of my stream.
I forgot about that. Hang on.
I'm gonna do that sometimes, man. I'm gonna fucking play that song to end my stream.
Oh, what tune is that?
Listen to it.
Yeah, it's a good tune. It's a good tune. How do you get that without copyright, though?
Huh?
How do you get that on there without copyright?
Oh, I didn't. I got hit with a copyright, but it's not a copyright strike.
Right. Okay.
So pretty much my streams, whenever they get demonetized, I can't fucking monetize them, right?
Right. Cool. Yeah.
So what happens is I get hit with a copyright strike, and then they're able to make money off of the ad revenue.
Right. But it doesn't affect your standing as a channel.
No.
Okay. That's fine. That's cool. But Anthony Johnson, you absolute bag. Get out of here, man. It's the wrong place. Chase Athletics, he says Birdcamp most creative Dutch player over Van Persie and Ruben. Yeah, Birdcamp was sick. I can't lie.
Birdcamp was class.
Just a quality player, man. Quality player. Man. Yeah, AOBs downloading porn took 3 hours back in the day, exactly. These days it's instant. Yes, it's too easy. It's too easy.
These days.
Exactly. It's too easy these days, man. We had to struggle back in our day. We struggled and we appreciated it. But these days, these kids, man,
There was a time period where you had to get every virus in the world just to watch a girl give head.
yeah, you had to like ruin your computer, pretty much.
Just to download one fucking video off of LimeWire.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how far it's gone.
Crossfire, oh my god.
Fucking hell. Boxing brains. I just drunk a whole bottle of cheapo wine from Iceland.
Now you
Fuck's sake.
completely ignored Ian Ward. He actually asked
No,
about
I
this.
am gonna. I've seen Ian Ward. I will go back to Ian Ward. Big up Ian Ward. But that comment just made me laugh. Fair play. Fair play. Ian Ward, Della Mark. Who would have won in their primes, Adonis Stevenson or Artur Beterbiev? It's a very good fight, first and foremost.
You see, I think you've come to the wrong place because
No.
no,
I'll be
hold
honest.
on. Phil, listen, we are the presidents of the Art of Beterbiev, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We are.
I think Adonis Stevenson would have knocked him out.
I see. It's a tough fight because I think Stevenson.
I think both guys will not. They fight 100 times, they'll knock each other out 50 times each.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, I think Stevenson in his prime, 2013, 2014, was very good and probably better than people realized. The only thing was he never really, after 2013, he never fought anybody. So it's kind of hard to say how good he exactly was. I personally believe he was very good, but
Right, the Stevenson who fought Boston
yeah.
versus the Beterbiev who fought Vosdik.
Christ, that's a hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight.
I'm not too sure, man. I think Stevenson could win, but I think Beterbiev could too. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Like you can come up with a million. I think Stevenson pre-wheelchair maybe. I don't know. Arthur Beterbiev, I think his defense, he comes forward, but Stevenson off the counter, like as he's come, because Beterbiev rushes forward so much, I
Yeah.
could see him to sleep. I mean, if you look at Callum Smith landing on him with that left hook, if that was Stevenson,
That is true, yeah.
Stevenson who landed that left hook, I don't think he's getting off the ground.
Yeah, and even Jeff Page, man. Jeff Page managed to like drop him as well. Like my unpopular boxing opinion is like Stevenson at one point was very fucking good. Very, 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 very good. But he just didn't fight people, so it's hard to say. But I would probably take, I don't know, man. I'll be honest, back in the day when Kovalev and Stevenson were supposed to fight, when all that talk was going, 2013, 2014, I was a Kovalev fan. Like, this is when I was like fans of fighters. I was a Kovalev fan, but deep in my gut, I felt Stevenson was going to knock him out. I'll be honest. I had a feeling that he'd knock Kovalev out way back when. I wish we got that fight.
We're
man.
not talking about Stevenson versus
but what I'm saying is that's how good I think he was.
No, I'm talking to Duck in the chat. Duck saying that Stevenson went looking that with Jack. We're talking about the Stevenson who fought against Chad Dawson.
Oh yeah, exactly. Stevenson like the last year was nowhere near as good as he was 2013, 2014.
That's Stevenson from 2013. 24. That's Stevenson that Carl Froch ducked with a fake fucking unification. WBA regular is a unification. Get the fuck out of here. Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I got that, yeah?
Go on.
I got Better Beast.
You got Better Beast. If Stevenson doesn't get him out of there, like in the first 4 or 5 rounds, I think Beterbiev wins. But like it's those first 4 or 5 rounds that are dangerous. It's a hell of a fight, man. It's a really good fight. It's a hard one to pick. I'd probably take Beterbiev by like a gnat's hair's bollock. Well, I don't know, man.
I don't really. I'll be honest. I don't know. It's a true pick'em.
It's a good fight. Yeah, Stevenson to me is like one of the biggest disappointments in boxing in the last 10 years. The last decade, biggest disappointment, Adonis Stevenson, straight up. If you want these fucking lists everyone's doing, there's my biggest disappointment. Adonis Stevenson. Should have done a lot more with his talent. Was he a scumbag? Absolutely. Was he a cunt? Absolutely. But he was a dangerous fighter. He really was. He was
Absolutely.
very, very dangerous.
Now, Max says, look what Stevenson did to Bellew compared to Usyk. That's a different Bellew, though. Bellew at cruiserweight, and Bellew was drained at light heavyweight, Max. You need to take that into consideration. Like, Tony Bellew is a huge motherfucker. He's huge.
Yeah.
He walks around at 16 stone.
Yeah, how he made light heavyweight, in all honesty, was crazy.
I've no idea. I've no idea. But if you watch him, he was anorexic. So I don't look at Bellew as a great win for Stevenson. But what Bellew ended up going on to do a cruiserweight, people can be like, it looks better for Adonis. No, it doesn't really, because that's the difference between a drained fighter and a non-drained fighter. As for L Dog saying, Mini Max, you must be stupid. Shut the fuck up, L Dog. Go back and drink your almond milk while official comes in at you little pedophile.
Fuck's sake. Oh dear. Oh dear. Tyson Dong is wrestling now. Okay. Fucking hell. I forgot about that guy. Big stiff dosser. Yeah. Vosick fucking put an end to Stevenson, no doubt, Max. He put an end to him. I want to see Vosick back in the ring, though, in all honesty. I want to see him back.
I want to see him fight as well.
Tell you what, the winner of Jesse Hart, Joe Smith makes sense.
I'd like to see him fight Lito Alvarez.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight, yeah. I like that fight. Because he's fighting soon, Alvarez, anyway. So, yeah, that makes sense. If he could come back and beat someone like Alvarez, that puts him right back up there in the picture. So, yeah, that's a good fight, actually. I like that fight.
Mm-hmm.
He can come back, though, Vosick, no doubt. As long as he's not taking too much damage from that fight, he'll be okay. He'll come back. He'll be fine. Like, he could easily fight for another title, win another title. But we'll see how he responds from that loss. Corey Lee Boxing, he's saying Beterbiev might go to heavyweight and skip cruiserweight. Nah, I can't see it. To be honest, he might end up at cruiserweight, but his work's going to be light heavyweight. Yo, L Dog, he's saying he wants to see Caleb Plant fight Benavidez, as we all do. He's got Plant by stoppage. Jesus. I think Benavidez beats him, if I'm being honest. Caleb Plant, I think he beats him.
Just they both lose to Beck Bully.
They both lose to the Uzbek Bully. Okay. We'll see, man. I want to see that guy fight somebody. I don't know. Who would you put him in there with?
He has... if he's stepping up and fighting Vaughn in his fourth fight, like...
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, but he'll be fighting for titles in his 10th, 11th fight, more than likely. Melikuziev. Probably. Yeah, thank you, Junior. Thank you very much. Big up to Junior. I'm glad you're having a good evening, or you've had a good evening. That's the main thing. L Dog, yeah, he's a huge Plant fan now. I love watching him box. I don't mind Plant. I do like his style. Like, he's a boxer, but he's a snappy counter puncher. Like, he'll put you in your place, kind of thing. He's a good boxer. But I think Benavidez beats him. That cocaine power. He's got that cocaine aggression. Mate, I wouldn't fight somebody on cocaine, I'll tell you that. Those fuckers are crazy.
You mean like Rakhimov on smelling salts?
Exactly. Good old Rakhimov. Did anything come of that in the end? I've heard nothing from that.
But man, I was just watching that the other day, and Duck reminded me of it, so I went and rewatched it. Just the knockout, like the last round.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And he comes out like a man possessed.
That was literally like something out of the 50s with smelling salts. It's crazy. It's madness, isn't it? It's crazy stuff. Because he was losing that fight, man.
He was.
He was losing that fight, clearly.
Is smelling salts illegal in boxing?
Yeah.
Why?
No, having said that, it's illegal, like... It might not be illegal in South Africa where the fight happened, you never know. I don't know. The honest answer is I don't know. It's illegal most places. I like the main places like UK, US, and that, but maybe not in South Africa. Who knows? Who knows?
Why?
You tell me.
But why? Let them all do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. If they could all do it, then they've all got the same advantage. So it's no exactly like smelling salts isn't exactly a fucking an expensive thing where like only
It
the
just
rich and
makes you go
spiciest can get it.
haywire. That's all.
Exactly.
Just makes you become a little bit more unhinged.
Yeah, yeah. I say we legalize smelling salts. In fact, every round they should get topped up with smelling salts. Fuck it. It make for a lot better fights. I'll tell you that much. Fucking hell. Boxing brains. He's saying, "What's the biggest robbery ever? Pacquiao versus Bradley or Lewis Holyfield,
Etc.
etc., 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 etc."
Hmm.
Out of those two, I would say Pacquiao Bradley. If I'm being honest. Having said that, Lewis Holyfield was bad
I
as
think
well.
the draw with Lewis Holyfield was a bigger robbery.
That was bad, wasn't it? It was bad. But just because Manny Pacquiao got the L, I'll say Manny Pacquiao, Bradley, out of those two. Do you know one that really pissed me off, by the way, recently, a domestic one, was Daryl Williams, Zach Parker.
I understand.
That fucked me off so much. He's not fought since as well, Daryl Williams. That is fucked up. Because that's the difference between making somebody's career and ruining it. Because Zach Parker's gone on he's got an eliminator, WBA. Zach Parker.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
What about De La Hoya Storm?
Yeah, that is a bad one as well. Because yeah, at the time they was trying to make fucking De La Hoya Hopkins, and of course, they're going to rob him. Yeah, that's a good shout. And that goes to show corruption in boxing is real. Because, listen, man.
Look, I'll give you one. A lot of people talk about Canelo versus Lara, right, as a robbery. But a lot of people forget about Paul Williams and Lara.
That was terrible. Paul Williams Lara was terrible. Yeah, that was a bad one.
Like, there's a few out there. I mean, for me, I've always been pissed off about Ramirez Whitaker.
Yeah,
Like,
the first fight. Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think the biggest robbery in the history of boxing honestly wasn't even a pro fight.
You gonna say Roy Jones, maybe?
Of course, I'm going to say Roy Jones. That's the biggest robbery in the history of boxing.
Yeah, it's
That's the
terrible.
most blatant robbery I've ever seen. I'll tell you what's up there, though. Israel Gonzalez and Kalia Foy.
That was terrible. I'll tell you what, Duck, he's got a really good off-key one. Najib Mohammadi versus Chudinov. Yeah, that was a terrible robbery. That was on the World Boxing Super Series.
I'll give you another one. Hot Rod versus Marcus Brown.
Yeah, good shout. That was a good shout. Yeah. There's a lot that's really pissed me off, to be honest. It's always ones though, like it's like the lesser known ones that piss me off more, in a way, because the way I look at it, it's like Daryl Williams, that one I mentioned. Like he's not earning money, like he's not earning good money, and that sort of win would really push you on to like maybe get a career out of boxing, and that was taken from him. It's not like Pacquiao Bradley where yeah, it was a terrible decision, but man, he's still a multi-millionaire. He's still got the legacy. He's still got everything. You know what I mean? It's different. Like he's got his future robbed from him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They're the ones that really piss me off. The ones that really affect somebody's career, especially somebody who's not made a penny or not made it at all. They're the ones that really fuck me off, if I'm being honest. Irritates me beyond belief. It's fucking disgraceful. But, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, Ward Kovalev was bad, first fight. Well, both fights were pretty fucked up, but... Oh, yeah. Aobs, yeah. Rios versus Abril, yeah. That's terrible.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, Rios got schooled.
There's a lot of just... Even fucking Noel Gavor versus fucking Maris Bradis.
Very good shout, yeah.
There's a good few, man.
MB Canelo versus Rocky Fielding should have been an immediate rematch. Fucking hell. Rocky from Stocky. Big up Rocky. Big up Rocky. Jesus. Stephen Lawler, he's saying react Paul Billum Smith.
I don't think it's a massive robbery, but the wrong guy won.
Do you know, I've still not watched it. And I'm not going to watch it.
Don't waste your time. It was shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that shit. Yeah. Got better things to do. Like, even if I've got nothing to do, I'd rather sit there and have a wank or something than watch that
What about
nonsense.
Shannon Briggs and George Foreman?
Oh, yeah, Shannon Briggs George, yeah. Yeah, because George beat that dude, no doubt. Fucking Shannon was gassing out of his ass. He was getting beat up. Got the win. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Having said that, though, George got a robbery against Axel Schwartz, whatever his name was. The German dude.
I'm going to say this, right? If Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield won was robbery, Triple G Canelo won was robbery.
Yeah, of course it was. That's a good shout, Minimax Boxing. Maurice Hooker versus Darlis Perez. That's a very good shout.
Zepeda got robbed
Zepeda.
against Turbo, but in a different way.
Yeah, fake.
They didn't do it the right way.
What, it should have been a no contest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Conor Ben, Cedric Piernald first fight. Yeah, that's a good shout. At best, draw. But yeah, Piernald won that fight, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, man, that Hooker Darlis Perez fight was bad. How they scored that a draw, man, I'll never know. I really won't, but Seabash, Lennox Lewis for best Canadian fighter, or the great Canadian fighter. Fucking hell.
I'm just glad he didn't say the greatest.
Aobs, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was not a close fight. James DeGale, Badu Jack. James DeGale got beat up. No way a draw. No way, no way, no way, no way. James DeGale got beat up. In my opinion, he got beat up. But there we go. There's too many to mention. There really is. What about the worst robbery of 2019? I'm trying to
Akhmedov Barrios.
I'm trying to rewind. That wound me up. That was a weird one though, because in terms of the fight itself, the scores should be close. But at the same time, it's one of those close fights that's fairly clear. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Another one, just because of how many people, this is my choice, just because of how many people scored it, even if it's tight, was Ryder versus Callum.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Ryder Smith. I think that's the one that really wound me up the most last year. Ryder Smith, yeah, that's annoying.
You and me both scored Cash Farouk and Lee McGregor to Farouk.
Yeah, Farouk McGregor. I don't see how McGregor won that, if I'm being honest. I watched it back a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I don't think McGregor won that. He fought hard on that, but didn't win enough rounds. I can't really give him a draw, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's a bad one. Did you hear though? Cash Farouk signed with Eddie Hearn.
Good.
It's a good signing. It's a good signing. Yeah, Glowatsky Briadis. That was a weird ending. That fucking knockout or fake knockout, whatever you want to call it. Elbow, John Jones 360 elbow. Fucking nonsense. Yeah.
Robbery.
Logan versus KSI robbery. I've still not seen that fight. I can't lie.
Still don't understand why he was deducted 2 points instead of 1.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. I did see that. Yeah.
Why was he deducted 2 points?
DJL smiled. He's saying Charlo kind of got robbed by Harrison first fight, if you ask me.
Nah.
I thought that was a close fight. I just felt that was a fight that could have gone either way, if I'm being honest. One of those fights.
Korobov Eubank.
Korobov Eubank, yeah. Well, again, it's fucking fate, innit? It's injuries. Can't really put that on Eubank. You know?
I reckon the biggest robbery of the year. Now, people are going to hate me for this.
Go on.
Well, Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, too.
Go on.
Well, my logic is quite simple. They robbed Andy Ruiz not of the in the ring on the night, but he obviously look at his Instagram. Those weren't filters. He was in great shape. But when he got to Saudi Arabia, they robbed him as in by coercing him. What they did was they said, "We're gonna feed you to Iran, or you're gonna eat this lovely plate of Snickers." And it constantly kept happening, and he gained a fuck ton of weight. So I think that Andy Ruiz was robbed, heavily robbed, guys.
Yeah, thank you to sorry, jokes. L Dog, thank you very much, man. He's saying some LDBC members said Pedraza beat Lomachenko even after 2 knockdowns. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll tell you what, though. DJL Smile mentioned earlier, Charlo Harrison, the first fight. I tell you what, that second fight, low key, was one of my favourite fights last year. Harrison Charlo 2. I thought that was a very good fight. I really enjoyed that one. That is one of my biggest surprises of 2019. Yeah, fucking hell. So it's 2018, but yeah, 2019. One of my biggest surprises was Harrison Charlo 2. I thought it'd be better than the first fight, but I didn't expect it to be that much better, kind of thing. I really enjoyed that fight. And I'll tell you what, I'm not the biggest Charlo fan, but I felt he was losing as well in that second fight, but he came to bring it. He got the knockout, avenged his defeat. Fair play to him. That's what I say. Credit where it's due.
Do you know what I also think was actually a robbery?
Go on.
Just hear me out on this. This one's actually serious. Pascal against Jack.
Pascal Jack.
Yeah. At best, you can have a draw, but look, it's the same thing with Reuter and Smith.
Yeah.
Nobody had Pascal winning that fight, except those two judges. Nobody. Did anybody actually have Pascal winning against Jack? Like, the honest question.
Yeah, I didn't score it, but I said in the post fight, I felt Jack done enough, like just from not scoring it.
Like, I'm big enough to admit this. On my scorecard, I actually robbed Jack. I robbed them, and I gave it a draw. So if at the very best in swinging the swing rounds in favor,
yeah,
Pascal, there you go.
I know what you mean. It was a good fight, but I think Jack done enough. Like you say, a draw might have been a fair result, but
it was never a Pascal victory.
Nah.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's another fight. Depending on who you ask, 50% of fans will say you're stupid and you don't know shit about boxing. Porter versus Spence.
Yeah, that's true. That has kind of divided opinion. I personally felt Spence. I scored it 6 rounds all with a knockdown, giving it to Spence. But
everybody in the chat, who did you have winning, Spence or Porter?
Aob's in the chat. He's saying if you can have a draw, it's not a robbery. Close fights aren't robberies.
I don't necessarily agree.
No, neither do I.
I think if it's a close fight and it could be a draw, that's fair enough. But if the best result for a fighter is a draw,
it is different. And also, you've got a fight where one fighter wins 7 clear-cut rounds. There's no debate. and the other 5 rounds are up for grabs, theoretically that's a 7-5 fight. On paper, that's close, when in reality, there's no way you can score it to the other guy. Just because a fight is close on paper, it doesn't necessarily mean the other guy's got a case of winning it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But
if the best result you can give a fighter is a draw, then if they get the victory, that you can call that a robbery. But I didn't see anybody give that fight. Nobody give that fight to Pascal. I didn't even see anybody in the LDBC do it.
no, I don't think I saw anybody give it to Pascal either, to be honest. I'll have to look through my comments again, but I don't remember anyone scoring it for Pascal.
Let's do a little research right now, yeah? Did you do a post fight on that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Let's go to Dell's comment section, boys. Give me a moment. It's always nice looking at Dell's comment section. All 7 of them.
Boxing Brains, he's saying, do I thought Cotto beat Canelo on points? Or he thought it was close and was crying? Yeah. I thought Cotto did better than people kind of gave him credit for, but yeah, he lost that fight. No doubt. No doubt about it. Okay, a few people had Porter winning. Some had Spence winning. Yeah, it's one of those fights. The Quags had it the same as me, a draw, but obviously the knockdown being the difference. Yeah, man, it's a close one. Very close fight. Good fight, though. Just 1 second, let me just open that shit up. Okay, Duck seems some people score it for Pascal. Jesus Christ, that was nice. I'm on the old Corona tonight. Like I say, I'm doing an Andy Ruiz.
You're gonna be dehydrated as fuck tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I've made a promise to some. Yeah. No. I'm off tomorrow.
There you go. Sorted.
I've got to go out tomorrow anyway. I made a promise to somebody. I've got to go and fucking see him. So, what are we going to do?
Dell's having sex tomorrow, boys.
Yeah, Minimax, I saw that as well. Some people said Taylor Progress was a robbery. Yeah, it's a close fight, man. That was a close fight.
That fight was one of those fights that could have gone either way.
Yeah. I like that. It's a great, again, man. It's a great fight. I want to see old Progress back in the ring ASAP as well as Josh Taylor. Those boys. Yo, Gerard D in the chat. Big up, Gerard. Yeah, long time no see, man. But yeah, you mentioned the one that Mark did as well. Whitaker versus Ramirez. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. That for me is like my standout one, you know. I know that some people say, well, in Whitaker's corner, they were telling him that he needs to do more to win the fight. Truth be told, they have to tell fighters that anyway. But
yeah.
He clearly won. Clearly.
Yeah, it's bad. Do you know what fight was a low-key robbery? Like, not a robbery, but like a kind of a bad decision. Barrera Morales won. Barrera won that fight, straight up.
Dale, you're going into one of those territories where people aren't going to like that opinion.
He beat Morales in the first fight. But I think Barrera won a fight. I think it was the second fight that I felt Morales won as well. So it kind of evened it out, but...
Look, let me give you the biggest robbery in the history of boxing. And it wasn't on the judges' scorecards.
Go on.
Who do I hate the most, Del? Which fighter
Who do you... Froch?
You know where I'm going with this.
Go on.
Jermaine Taylor got fucking robbed.
Fuck's sake.
No, he got no, man. It was like fucking a half second or so. I don't know. It was like 12 seconds to go, yeah? Sure, he ended up with brain damage. Who cares? He could have made it to the fucking belt and won the fucking fight. Let him go. Just as 12 seconds left. Leave it. The damage
no. Now after he got dropped in the corner, like he looked like he got woke. It looked like he got disturbed from a sleep. Like when he saw his face, like nah, no, it's fucked. I'm not the biggest. Well, I do like Cult Frost. I can't lie.
Robbery.
But yeah,
it's the same thing with Chavez and Taylor.
No, it's not the same thing. Nah. There's 2 seconds left. Like 2 seconds left, man. And he got up, and he looks relatively okay against Chavez. Man, nah.
Worst stoppage of the year, in my opinion. Are you ready for my worst stoppage of the year?
Go on.
Rigondeaux versus Julio Ceja.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a very good shout.
He got robbed. Ceja was winning.
That's a very good fight as well.
Oh, yeah, that was a banger.
Again, another surprise fight. I mentioned Charlo Harrison too earlier, but that's another one that really surprised me.
Absolutely.
Although we said his legs were gone anyway, so it's not really a surprise. But
no, people like it's going to be boring. It's Rigo, and you and I both said, no, I actually think it's going to be entertaining because I think his legs are gone, so he's just going to trade. And when Rigo trades, he's entertaining.
Yeah, Rigondeaux is one of those fighters. Like he can be entertaining when he sits down on his shots, when he actually lets go of his punches. But in his prime, he was just reluctant to do it, man. When he did do it in certain fights, it looked great. But yeah, here's what it is. Froch Durrell, yeah, that's a good shout. I think Durrell clearly won that fight. Yeah, Duck, he said he had Barrera beating Morales as well, first fight. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I agree. Dwyer said Hopkins would beat Vladimir or something like that. Yeah, I do remember that, yeah. Man, fucking hell, that'd have been crazy. But I do agree, though, with that Froch Andre Durrell one. That's a good shout. Not many people talk about that fight. So, well, probably because nobody really saw it and it was terrible, but that was a robbery. Teofimo Nakatani. I thought that fight was kind of close, I can't lie. Like, I felt there was a way you could give it to Nakatani, but I could also see a case for our Teofimo, so...
Bro, I think I scored an 8-2-2.
Well, hang on, sorry, 1 second. Murata and Dan, that's a really good shout. The first fight, yeah. Brona de Leon, Ponce de Leon.
No, Del.
Fucking hell.
Del, do you want a robbery? Do you want a real robbery?
Go on.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Kazuto Ioka and Donny Nietes.
Yeah, that was a... Yeah, Nietes, he fought a good fight, but he lost that fight.
I'll give you another robbery. Ashton Palikte versus Donny Nietes. Never a
draw. Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Never a draw.
MB, whoever Dwyer picks, you choose the other. Big up Dwyer. I like Dwyer, man. Got a lot of time for Dwyer. He's funny, yeah, he's funny as hell, Dwyer. And he's very entertaining as well. Like I can watch his videos and be fucking... I can watch it all. So... Chavez Jr., best haircut of 2019. Fuck me. I don't know what he was playing at, honestly. What the fuck did he look like? Honestly.
Did you see the meme of Chavez Jr. in the hospital bed after the fight with his dad?
No.
Do you know what the caption was?
God.
When you're a Mexican warrior, but your son's gone through a sex change operation.
Christ. Fucking hell. Oh, dear. Like Chavez Jr. in the ring, when the fight was going on, when you saw Chavez from behind, he looked like Bad Grandpa. With that white hair, man. He looked fucking ridiculous.
He looked like a frosty cone.
He looked ridiculous, honestly.
He looked like a frosty cone.
Crazy stuff. Crazy. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Yeah, we could talk all night on robberies. Like, there's been so many.
Hey, up He got his nose broke though. That was a damn good fight. That's the
Yeah,
problem. I think that's the biggest problem.
I agree. It was shaping up quite nicely, wasn't it? But yeah, best thing about that card was Martinez, Julio Cesar Martinez. That kid's a beast. He's going to be, I tell you, he could be in top 10 pound for pound lists in the future. That kid. I think he's that good. I think he's very good.
What kid?
Julio Cesar Martinez.
Oh, I agree with you.
I think he's very good.
I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it now. Feed Tanaka to Martinez.
Oh, that's a great fight. But I like Tanaka, but I don't think he's winning that fight.
I don't. I really don't.
I don't think Maflame beats him. I don't think Delakian beats him.
I think he beats them all at 112, to be honest with you. Right
So
now.
do I.
I can also see him going up to 115 and being a fucking monster. I really can. I think
He fights like he's just snorted a fat line of coke.
he probably did.
It's like a fucking little pit bull, man. It's crazy.
He throws
It's crazy.
all these random punches, these left hook combinations. Sick, aren't they? Fuck me. He throws like 67 left hooks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Duck saying Martinez is overrated. Nah, I think he's the best in that division. I really do. He's fighting quite soon, actually. He's fighting Jay Harris. That's going to be a massacre. Poor Jay Harris.
Good fighter, though.
Yeah, he's a good fight. He's a good European level fighter, certainly.
I think he could beat Selby, you know, Andrew Selby.
Yeah,
So I think Jay Harris is a good opponent. Like Martinez is building himself still, you know.
yeah. Man, I think it's a good fight.
And he's fighting so soon after that Rosales fight, and he took that Rosales fight.
He did. He got rocked in one round.
Yeah, he did.
Second round, I think it was. He got kind of buzzed by a right hand.
Christopher Rosales is a good fighter, by the way.
Yeah, never been stopped before.
And also, remember, Duck, you're saying he's overrated, but you picked Martinez to win that fight via a decision. You didn't think he'd stop Rosales. That was brutal, bro.
Duck exposed. Oh, dear. He's a good fighter, though. I like him. I like his style. Yeah, the Clembidro thing, that's a good point, but fuck it. It is what it is. I like that style.
Real. Nobody cares. I don't give a shit, man. If I say give everybody steroids, that's what I say. Give them all steroids. If somebody wants to run 100 meters in 2 seconds, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Let them go. Let these stop trying to not let us reach our full potential.
Yeah, exactly. DJL Smile, he's saying, what do you guys think of Tevin Farmer versus Jojo Diaz? I like it. It's a good fight.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Whenever I hear Tevin Farmer's name, I just fall asleep. So, I mean, yeah.
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 But it's a good step up. It's a step up in comparison to like his last God knows how many fights.
He could lose that fight to Jojo.
Yeah. Like Jojo gave Gary Russell not a hard fight, but he gave him some moments. Like he's a good fighter, Jojo Diaz. So I expect it to go. Yeah.
Look at Jared D. He's telling all of his Welsh friends, right, that Jay Harris come in the fight, and they're going there to bet on it, just so as the odds will change a bit, and then he's going to put a hefty number on Martinez.
Fair play. Oh dear.
Crackety Jones right there.
Ian Ward, different type of robbery, but I agree. Felix Sturm, Darren Barker in Germany, robbery. Yeah, he robbed the fucking fans. Darren Barker. He went over there with a dodgy fucking hip, couldn't barely fucking move, and he got splattered.
Hold on. We're talking about the biggest robberies in boxing, right? And we haven't mentioned Sven Okke.
Sven Okke. The only fight, though, was Robin Reed, wasn't it?
Exactly. That was a mad robbery.
That was bad, yeah. That was bad. Yeah, Chase Athletics, he says, good fight. I rate Farmer. Self-made, only getting better. Takes it seriously. Yeah, he does take it seriously. I've got to say that for him.
Yeah, he takes it seriously. He's talented. He's got very good defense. I just don't enjoy watching him.
Yeah, he's like, if he had a bit more power, just a bit more power, he'd be so much more effective. But like,
If he had a lot more power, he'd still be feather fisted.
fucking hell. See, like against someone like Birchall, I don't think that style's going to work. He's going to get ran through.
That'd be hilarious.
He'd get ran through. It wouldn't work.
Berchel's too big. Berchel's a fucking middleweight, man.
Birchall, again, another fighter who I rate highly, but I want to see him push on.
Berchel's someone who pisses me off because he doesn't even care about uniform.
No. Like, Jamel Herring, I'm telling you now, yeah? Again, it's my opinion. I'm not telling you, know what I mean? He beats Jamel Herring.
Yeah, he knocks him out.
Like, there's no reason not to take that fight. No reason at all. It's annoying, but he wants to break Chavez's record at 130 of defenses.
Who do you think is the most underrated fighter in boxing today?
Underrated? That's a very good question.
I know who my answer is.
Underrated. Underrated. Her. I would need some time to think about that, if I'm being honest.
I don't even need to think about it. No matter what anybody says, I think I know who really is the most underrated fighter on the planet.
Go on.
Canizales.
Canizales. He is very good. He can do everything.
He's exceptional, and people don't give him any attention.
Yeah, big up Tommy Temper, by the way. Big up, big up. L Dog says Jose Pedraza. Nah, he's a good fighter, but nah, not underrated.
Doc says Estrada. I don't think you can be in nearly everybody's pound for pound list and be considered underrated.
That is true, but still, I think more people should know about him.
I get that, but outside the wrong Versailles win, what's his best victory?
Quadras.
Yeah, but that was a pass to Quadras.
Valoria. Did he beat Valoria?
He might have, but also a pass to Valoria.
I forget, man. He's a good fighter. He's a decent fighter. He's my favourite Mexican fighter to watch.
Looks like Feed Martinez to Canizales. That's a great fight.
It is a good fight, actually.
But they're in two different weight divisions, 108 and 112.
Close enough, though. They're close enough.
Canizales is a small 108 as well.
Yeah. Mini Max, he's saying Delakian, Ken Shiro, and Nodimu Bali. I do like Delakian, I've got to admit. I think he's a good fighter. I like Ubali. I like all those guys. But I think Delakian, I want to see him unify. I'd like to see Delakian McFlane. That's a good fight.
Yeah, they were talking. Cali was actually talking about Cali Sauerland. He was talking about that the divisions that are likely for that they are working on for World Boxing and Super Series is flyweight. Let's get it going. Super flyweight. Let's get it going. Middleweight, which I don't see happening, and another super middleweight tournament.
I'd accept that. I'll be honest.
But if they get Floyd and Super Floyd, or if they get Super Floyd and Super Middleweight or something like that, I'm happy.
Yeah. I like those. Yeah, I like that. I'd rather middleweight.
Like Floyd and Super Floyd.
They're the two I want, if I'm being completely honest. I would accept those two.
Like, I don't see Canelo being in the tournament at middleweight. So if it is, or Charlo, it'd be like Andrade, Golovkin, and then who else? Who are the other six?
Fuck. Saunders? The Zone?
Yeah, but he's going to lose Canelo this year for his 168-pound title. We already know that. So who would it be? So you'd have them two. Maybe Selecki.
Rosado. Fucking hell.
Dimitrenko. Or Derevianchenko, I mean.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
That'd be nice in the tournament. If they could get Jamal Charlo in there, it'd be great.
Cole Kai probably going there. I think that's the level.
I mean, I don't really look at that tournament as being great, to be honest.
No,
168, like, if they could get Saunders and Smith in there already, and then either Plant or Benavidez or both, that tournament's sick. But I don't see Smith entering again.
neither do I.
But if they could get Saunders, Reuter, Benavidez, Yildirim again, Eubanks, or something, or Danny Jacobs maybe.
Belakuziev, hey.
I'm going to leave him to my dark horse because he'll win the tournament. Now, but let's be real. Name me a better tournament than this. Are you ready?
Go
Are
on.
you ready? Estrada, Rungvisai, Chocolatito, Donny Nietes, Kazuto Ioka, Yerwin, Ankahas, and Kalyafoy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Superfly and flyweight makes sense. Like the divisions are like they're easy to make fights in terms of like financials. You know, these guys, they're not going to want the world. They'll fight each other. Those two divisions make sense. Like, I mean, other than that, they're the two divisions I want. Anything else is a bonus, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. We should. I'd imagine we're going to get an announcement fairly soon. But
We pray. We pray.
we pray. Yeah, we do pray. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Anyway, I'm going to probably wrap this one up because I'm fucking cream crackered. I feel like shit.
I'm exhausted myself.
Yeah, it's been a long one, mate. Today is just fucking dragged. Sitting at work like a fucking idiot, just clock watching. It's fucking Christ. Yeah, Jim McDonald, man, we're wrapping it up. Big up Jim McDonald, though, man. Thank you for dropping by. If you guys could smash the like on the way out, be much appreciated. But yeah, man, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for coming by. Sub to Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Check him out. I'm sure you guys already have. In fact, I know you guys have. So anyway.
Yeah, if anyone there is watching and you haven't subscribed to me and you like degeneracy and someone who actually does watch pretty much everything, subscribe to me. If you don't like a degenerate and you don't like a know-it-all cunt, then go fuck yourself.
And on that bombshell, we'll call it a night.